morning. It's Sunday morning, about 6 o'clock. Today we are going to cut down that cordyline that's growing under the oak tree and get on with a few more jobs. Got friends down, and it's great having friends down, but they always make me drink alcohol. They force it on me, and I wake up feeling a bit shitty. Anyway, I'm going to get some toast. I've had one coffee. I'm going to have another coffee and crack on with some jobs.
Not in the house with a stick. Where's your friends? Jenny?
So that went really well. Just got to tidy it all up tomorrow. But very happy with that. It wasn't too bad. It was a two-man job, and yeah, it went really well. So I get that all chopped up tomorrow and cut down the last sort of 2 foot of each of the stumps, and job's a good one.
Really windy today, so yeah, I won't be doing too much filming because you just get wind interference. But yeah, the day after we've cut these down, got a bit of a tidy up to do, so that's today's job. Been inside all morning doing boring paperwork for the business, so now we'll get a little bit of fresh air and get on with a few jobs in the garden. So I'm going to cut those down right to, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches from ground level, and just basically tidy those things up, then cut them into stumps where I'll use them as various jobs around the garden. So job done, really happy with that. That is all that remains of the problematic cordylines, which is absolutely fine. We're not sure what we're doing with this sort of fence and this border of the property as yet, but we had some real problematic trees and now they are gone. It's all nice and clear. Obviously the conifer was worked on a couple of weeks ago, Everything else is now looking good, and as should be. So move on to the next job. I don't particularly want to attack it yet, but that pampas and the rose is just about gone, and the shrub underneath the walnut tree, it's got to be massively pruned back, and the walnut tree itself, we're going to raise the crown on that. There's some very low branches that are interfering with the rest of the border, so lots more to do, which is good, but I'm really starting to like the look of this fence line now. You see those rabbits, Jen? Did you see them? Sniff them, can't you? Good morning. It is Tuesday morning. So, yeah, a few jobs to do today. I'm going to attack that pampas grass. I've had enough of looking at it, so it's going to have a severe haircut. But first of all, I think I'm going to start protecting that the only bed that we've done in the kitchen garden. That's going to be ready to plant in the autumn, and it is actually the autumn start next week, September the 1st. So I'm going to get some protection around it because we haven't secured the place for from rabbits yet. So let's go and work out what we're going to do. What I thought was just to basically put a bit of rabbit wire, chicken wire, whatever, all the way around. So if I cut those down to about half that, so it'll be up to about there, put them into all four corners, and then at least nothing's going to get in, including Jenny as well, because she has the tendency to walk right across all the open beds. So yeah, I'll give that a go and see if it keeps her off, keeps any potential rabbits off. And then the only other thing that'll be having a go at it will be the pigeons, which, although I really want to encourage birds into the garden, pigeons, there's just too many. We've got about 6 nesting pairs. So yeah, I'm not going to be encouraging the pigeons. So any pigeon fanciers that watch this channel, probably best turn off, because yeah, I'm going to be actively discouraging them from now on. So bought myself this week 3-in-1 manual nail gun, basically a staple gun, I think. But yeah, I was tacking in with a hammer and sort of tacks before, but now I'm going to try this instead, see if it's any quicker. It looks quite solid actually. Fairly good reviews. There'll be a link in the description as long as Kirsten puts it in for me, because I can't do crap like that. Anyway, 3 different size staples or nails included. It wasn't expensive, and a staple remover as well. Right, let's see if it's any good. Okay, so all set up, let's see. Yeah, that should do the job. So first job of the day done. So we'll see if that is enough, whether the height's enough. It's not incredibly tight or anything, but it should be firm enough just to, one, it'll definitely keep Jenny off, which is great. And yeah, I don't think rabbits, well, they certainly can't get underneath it. Whether they fancy jumping over, we'll see, but I want to be able to climb over it as well. So yeah, we can't make it too inaccessible. But overall, a decent hour's work. Let's see if that works and does the job. So yeah, that was unexpected. It started raining after I'd done that rabbit proofing of that bed, and it's rained for about 4 hours, so mid to late afternoon now, and I'm just going to have a go at this either the rose or the pampas grass. I'm not exactly sure which yet. That one's a horrible job. Yeah, sharp, never ending. Do I want to cut that back today? Go on then. Right, so I'll do a before and after picture. So that is a Jennifer scale. That is before, and in a few seconds it will all be done. Ta-da! Can you spot the difference? That has had 15 trugs of waste taken over to the fire area, the incinerator area, and topped up the green bin that they're taking tomorrow. Ah, good. She's standing there for scale for me yet again. Well done, Jen. Hard work, but that will do it the world of good. I've not totally finished. I will get some more of this sort of thatch out down below, but I'll do that gradually. I am knackered, and my arms have all been cut to shreds. It's really sharp stuff, so I forgot to put a long sleeved top on until about half an hour in, and then I realised that I was scratched, so that's going to be a nice shower. Right, that's it for today. Crack on tomorrow. I've had visitors for the whole of this as well, and it's a hot day and they're a bit smelly. Thanks guys, enjoyed your company. So here we are back at the pampas. So yeah, that's fine. I shall work on a bit more of that later, but today's job is this mess behind it. So we have this rose, and it's decent flowering, but it is predominantly, well, there's a lot of rubbish in there, a lot of old dead which needs taking out. I am going to try and keep this, but I'm keeping an open mind about it. It's not in the best of conditions, as a lot of things in the garden aren't, but as I say, we did have some really nice blooms, and these are quite nice as well. So might work on that now, but I'm definitely working on this. Me and Kirsten were trying to remember what these are called, and I won't even attempt to say what I think it is, but if you could let me know in the comments, that would be good. But anyway, it's going to be half the size by the time I finish with it. And then we've got a situation where this is a walnut tree, and it is going everywhere. There's some really, there's branches going all the way across there. It hasn't been sort of looked after particularly well. We're going to get rid of some of the lower branches, but there's some very, very thick lower branches like this, and that goes all the way along there. I don't think I'm doing that today, but I'm going to clear this so that we can see the shape of the walnut and how we're going to tackle it. It's a big tree, but I do like it. We're going to keep it, but it just needs reshaping, so that can be a long-term job. It's getting really windy, so I'm sure that's picked up on the microphone, but Jenny's still having a go at this pampas. What are you doing, eh? What are you doing? Right, so yeah, I'll start on this. So, going to be a lot more careful with this one, because I don't want to hack it back like the conifer. That was acceptable, but here, main thing we're doing is taking out these that are reverted back to being plain rather than variegated. Where it's all mixing in with the walnut tree, this is just got to come out, so messing up the shape of it, and it's all rotten anyway, it's just snapping off. So yeah, so we're just going to snip a bit from the walnut, and create a gap between the two of them, so that we can then look after both, and getting rid of the leaves or the branches that have reverted back to plain rather than variegated. And we've just got to get rid of some of the size basically of this. It should, I don't want it, I don't need it as high as that, so we're going to see what we can get away with trimming it down to, and then that will leave us more space to grow the main border. So the main border that's the end of it, but it's going to incorporate all of this area as well. Already took some of the big branches out of the walnut tree. Right, that's all done. Tidied everything up, decided to give the rose a try for next year. I was toying with getting it out, but I still think there's life in it. So we've cut out a hell of a lot of dead wood, and it is looking a lot healthier. We'll finish off after the flowers have all faded in about a month's time, but we'll see what happens with that next year. That shrub's been freshened up as well, and I've been really careful with the walnut tree not to take too much out. I do really think that this branch needs to go, but I don't know. I'm thinking, can I get away with not taking it out? I need to stop it going into the privet hedge as well, but I can maybe just lop off that section there. And then, as I did the pampas grass yesterday, but now it opens up this area, and we're going to extend the border from there to go in front of the pampas grass, and whether we keep the pampas grass or not is still to be decided. But yeah, all good, happy with today's work, and we'll see what we're going to do next week. Hi, Thursday morning, and the weather's crap. Some sort of remains of some hurricane or whatever it is. So it is very, very windy here in Lincolnshire, and I got on with a couple of little bitty jobs in the garden earlier on, but it's just really unpleasant. So yeah, today I'm going to do some indoor jobs. Not a lot to film for you, but we bought another little table at a car boot, which I'm going to sort of restore a bit, just get it so that it is sort of sanded down and restained. That's about it. This afternoon's supposed to pick up a bit, so I might be able to get out this afternoon, but yeah, crappy windy weather. So this is the table. Literally cost £1. So Kirsten quite likes the designed tiles on there, what you call it, Art Deco-y sort of tiles, but the wood is in rough old condition. So if I can just sort that out, it may become something more than a £1 table. I don't know whether she wants to keep it or whether she's going to flip it, but yeah, let's make it into a £12 table. So just finish off the wood just with a little bit of this poured onto the cloth directly, and I can just nicely sort out these edges, which I've sanded down. That mark will not come out, but it might get disguised by the darker wood protective treatment. So it's never going to be worth a fortune, this table. It is what it is, but it's better than a £1 table. And we'll put this into one of our sort of antique and collectibles centres, and it will be now worth 12 quid. So £1 to 12 quid. Do that 100 times a month. You've done all right, haven't you? I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Good.
I'm doing Lego. It's very fun.
Excellent. You like Lego?
It's a bit faffy.
I've done that table, the £1 table. Do you want to come and have a look?
Can I just finish doing photos for this listing and then I'll come
Yeah,
on?
you can. Yeah, you are on video though, so we are all waiting for you.
Okay, just
On my 20,000 followers.
finish this listing and then I will come. 20,000, that's jumped.
Yeah, it's jumped last night. Everybody's subscribed like they should do.
I'm nearly there.
Okay.
I'm on the last two.
You said it was the last two.
Last two photos.
Ah, right. Okay.
Okay.
So you've got to decide whether you said you wanted a little table next to that other sofa. So it can either go there or it can go straight to the to Louth.
That looks quite nice, doesn't it?
It's all right, isn't it? All right, Jen?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah?
Keep that. £1. 2 coffee tables, £3. That's not bad, is it?
Better chance. Okay. That's the best ever one, that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that one. So it looks like we're keeping that table for a bit anyway, until something better comes along. Right, I'm going to tidy up, and that's about it outside for today. Well, not for today, for the next few hours. It is crappy weather. Right, so, oh yeah, that is really good. Really impressed with that. So, link down below. If you want to buy it, click through the link. We get a few pennies. But I would definitely recommend that. It was superb. So that's it for this week's vlog. Started it on Sunday when we cut down the quarter line, and it's now Thursday about lunchtime. So yeah, just a typical sort of week at the moment, or a typical sort of 5 days in my garden, and just following around what I'm actually following me around as I'm getting on with making the garden hours. And just finish off, just had a couple of deliveries. So this is stuff that I'm going to be doing in the next couple of days. Some seeds. I've got some winter greens basically. So lamb's lettuce has just arrived, otherwise known as corn salad. Perfect variety for producing mild flavoured salad leaves throughout the winter months. And then to go alongside that, some slightly more sort of flavoursome, spicy leaves. We've got some mustard white, 40 grams, but a lot of seeds in there. I use this Premier Seeds Direct quite a bit through Amazon. They come in these sort of silver foil packets, and I've done really well with them. I did really well with the spring onions, White Lisbon, when I had the allotment. So I'm particularly looking out for that firm. The other one is another mustard seed, Komasuna, 500 seeds in there. So between the three, that will give us quite a lot of winter greens, right the way up till sort of Christmas, really. And one last thing. These are some precision curved pruning secateurs. So just very fine at the end secateurs. Kirsten asked for these. I think she saw it on Jessie at Block 37, which we're both a big fan of. You should watch her. Very, very good for being a bit more precise with your cutting, taking cuttings and things like that. Really, really good to use. Anyway, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. Quite a few of you have subscribed now. If you haven't subscribed and you know, you'd like to sort of follow us, I would appreciate it. It really does help with everything. So anyway, take care and see you next week.